Hey guys, and welcome to my first video. I played Diablo for many years when I was, 14, 13 on the PC, but now the best option I've got is Xbox. So I wanted to show off a build for you all. Um, what I notice on Xbox is that a lot of the GG OP builds don't really work as well as they do on PC. The Blizzard Sorg, for example, you can't really select where the Blizzard's going to drop. It just gets sent to whatever monster you're targeting. It makes it a lot worse. Hammered in still OP, but when you go to Telestomp, it's just a certain range that it gives you with the telly every time instead of being just able to select where you drop that telly. So that's not so good either. Of course, I have made a mosaic assassin, but that's just visually terrible. So it kind of inspired me to make this cool melee slash Foden build. Keys for this one were that I wanted to be able to farm all the essences so I could get tokens early on my own. Um, I want to be able to farm as many areas in the game as possible, and I also wanted to pot as little as possible. So first we'll get into the gear here. So with not wanting to pot, we went for Dracula's Grasp. The life tap is excellent, a little bit of strength. Open wounds is okay, I guess, if you're doing some Uber's lifesteal. Um, I am using a Grief. Um, for anyone who wants to hate on Grief, that's fine, but melee is pretty underpowered as it is, so here we go. I mean, I have thought about using a death or maybe something even more expensive like an Abotted Zerker Axe or maybe even a Last Wish, but this is single player solo self-found, so all of those are out of my price range now, except for maybe Death, but I haven't found that 5 sock Zerker Axe, so that's a problem. But this gives me nice deadly strike, obviously, huge damage. It rolled super nice, which I was stoked about, so that's great. Up here, we have a G-face, pretty obvious thing for a melee build. I put a 15 IS, 33% enhanced damage jewel in it. You really don't have to have that, but I had it, so I threw it in. Um, Over here, High Lord's Wrath, +1 to skills, 20 IS, 35 deadly strike, and the lightning res is not bad either. Over here, Hawes, put an Istrun in it because I wanted to be able to get some magic find going on this character, and obviously the plus skills and everything else it has going on is great. Down here, Gore Riders, wanted that extra crushing blow, deadly strike. Got a Ravenfrost for the Can't Be Frozen, the AR and Dex is nice as well, and the mana. Up here, Fortitude, I needed that extra damage. I liked the cast rate on there as well, which we will get into. All res, super nice. Max light res to help out with those souls and gloams. And we have the Arachnid's Mesh, 20 cast rate, 1 to all skills, extra mana, huge on this character, which I came to find out. So with the last ring slot, the FCR cap that I'm trying to hit is 48. I haven't found one with 10 FCR and Mana Steel yet. So this is the best I've been able to come across. So currently I'm at that lower FCR breakpoint. Not hugely important with foe is what I've found, but would be nice to get to the next rank. On Switch, CTA, this rolled unreal, perfect roll, super stoked on that. And then a spirit on the other side here. For the charms, got the torch that I found, terrible attributes, decent res. Self-found Annie, that went pretty well except for the experience. We got a Geeds, super nice. Unreal Combat Skiller, I was so stoked to find this thing. This is Unreal, the only one I have. Offensive Auras, 2 of those, best I've been able to get so far. Then we just have some mixed res and magic finds small charms, which are pretty sweet. Like that one has some AR and max damage. And I'll just quickly go through these for you guys. So yeah, pretty cool there. Over on the Mercenary, I mean, you have lots of options here. Right now I'm rocking a Ethereal Shell, a Rald Andy's Visage for the lifesteal, obviously, 2 skills. I put a Reaper's Toll on him. I haven't found an Eth one yet. Honestly, the decrep is nice for the physical immunes, but it takes so long even to take them down, even when they're decrepped. I'm not even sure if this is worthwhile. If you want to not worry about mana at all, you can maybe throw an Insight on here, and then maybe over here you can get rid of the mana steal, because at that point the regen on your mana is going to be insane. And maybe you can throw like a Soj on here for an extra skill. Up to you. Of course, we have the Might for an extra 250% damage, so that is awesome. Just quickly going over these stats. I have 150 into strength. That's enough for the gear, and I like to still be able to see my helmet on when I go on switch, so a little bit extra there. 200 dex, just trying to get the hit rating up a bit. This is interesting because if I were to put an infinity here, I really need a lot less dex for the bosses, where I could actually use Zeal on the bosses. At this point, Zeal's not very effective against bosses because I can't hit them often enough. The rest into vitality and a little bit of points into energy to get it up to 6-9, because that's just unreal. In the skill tree, I dropped a point into Defiance just to get that extra bonus of defense with Holy Shield, and then going down into Vigor just for speed running around town. Offensive auras, straight down to Fant, max out Fanaticism. Combat skills, we are maxing Sacrifice, 1 point Zeal, max Holy Bolt, max Fist of Heavens, and then I've dropped the rest of the points into Smite for those bosses. I think something really cool for this build would be when you get the Infinity on there, maybe you drop all the extra points into charge, and then while you're charging around, because we don't have teleport on this character, you're just going to be smashing mobs, just exploding them with an extra 12 points there. But for now, this is what I've gone with. I've also experimented with an Act 3 Mercenary, which is kind of fun. But even with the enchant, the Zeal still isn't effective against bosses, still not enough attack rating, without maybe, I don't know, stacking up a whole bunch of attack rating small charms. But that's the build. And so I'm just going to run it through a few areas for you guys. It's pretty effective in most areas, except probably cows. It can do players 1 and players 3 cows, but I don't really recommend players 3 cows. It's so slow. But let's rip it into the pits, and then we'll go all the way up through what I would do in a normal run. And what's so cool about this build is it just smashes things when you charge into them. Just look at that, it just frickin' wrecks everything, smashes that beast. And before we go any further, I just want to check that we're on P3. We are. Nice. So let's charge over to the pit here, single player, so we have the static map. I'm going to drop some foes, and this wreck's pretty freaking good. Getting low on health, charge into a couple guys, and our lifesteal as well as life tap is just going to get us absolutely juice back up. And like the cast rate could be slightly better like we went over, but I mean this is still pretty unreal, I would say. Charge over this way, drop some more foe, wax them down. And the foe is so good in these open areas, just clears out the whole thing so fast. Smack all these guys down. And just with this playstyle is so fun because you get to smack these guys down, roll on, drop a couple foes, you're clearing areas, and you're just invincible. Super fun. Another tricky thing about console is the key binds. The way I have it set up, sometimes I flick over to Vigor um, by accident, but that's okay. Do the best we can. Here we go, level 2. I'm just gonna foe everything down here. Another jewel. Pop the chest. Smack these guys down. That's awesome. There we go, quick pits run. We got the scrolls in the belt for the min-max. Head down to Andy. Look at that, just exploded that champ. Feels so good. The controller, when you explode guys like that, it rumbles like crazy. One layer down. I like to pop the chests on the way sometimes. Part of the bonus of running the map rather than teleporting it. Absolutely smack these ghouls. Got a good pack here. There you go. So you can tell how much damage charge might do if you were to drop an extra 12 points into it. Be absolutely unreal. And then for the bosses here, we got to smite them down. That's not too bad. A Grand Charm. That's sitting in here. Valkwing. Alright. Go hit the Lost City here quickly. You charge so fast when you leave it on your switch with the Vigor. Just clap these guys down. See how my mana's going down there? Boom. Light them up. We got a physical immune undead. Holy bolt them down. Spired Helm. There's a little G face. So realistically, you could probably rock some laying of hands on this build. The damage bonus is friggin' immense, but I like being near invincible, so this is what we run with. You just absolutely pump these guys. And the foe is just so good when you get a thick pack like that. Just clears them out so quickly. Charge. We're just about done this run here. Boom. Switch to the offhand. Check with Kane really quick. All crap. Boom. Act 3. Let's go clear Trav. I'm gonna run up here so that my Merc doesn't do something stupid and die. Perfect. We're just gonna absolutely smack these guys. Boom, down. Here's where I like to stop and just get a few more portal scrolls. Boom, Endurance of Hate. I got a phenomenal map here, so this won't take long. And I just love Charge. I've never really used it that much in the past, just because I've always had Enigma or whatever, but it's a great way to play the game. Oh, we got a Fizz immune here. We're just going to blast the shit on with Holy Bolt. See you later. Let's go and smack down this guy. Nighty night. We got some champs over here. These guys actually seem to have high physical res, but either way, we're going to smack them down. Boom. Go visit Mephi. Smack him down. Some Greaves there. Pop the chest. Smalley. More champs. And I always like to just hit this chest. Hit the weapon rack. Nothing good this time. Oh, that guy's got stone skin. Oh, and a Fizz immune. Okay. Let's just wail on him with the Holy Bolt. Those guys are down. Rip up through here. Oh, this is one type of monster that I hate trying to Zeal through. These blood maggots takes forever. Definite downfall of Zeal is against all these little maggot babies. But either way, we're jacked, so you can take it. Little tiara there. Could be good. Alright. CS. Here's where the mana steal is going to be essential. These mana stealing guys. And I mean, this is just unreal. Of course, Foden's good in Chaos Sanctuary, but this is just a bit more fun. Boom. Think you're gonna die? No. Clear. Boom. Well, let's see if we can rally up a good pack here. There we go. Now, I like to pop that seal quickly because this pack of Stormcasters will steal your mana aggressively. So it's good to have some guys to hit afterwards. Bang. Oh yeah, there's that mana steal. We're alright. Alright, let's smack Decease around. And I like to get in there and just zeal them. Boom. If the pack's not big enough, sometimes it's quicker to just seal them down. Alright. Give these guys the business here. Down they go. Diablo's gonna get absolutely walked here. Terrible. Let's head up to Eldritch and Shank. These guys, of course, are just beast or humanoid type monsters, so we're gonna smack them down with Zeal. There we go. Lay waste to the minions, smack down Shank. And this is kind of a lame floor because we have the exploding ones, so that's pretty lame. But we'll walk through them anyway. And I would usually clear this whole area, but since doing a little build video here and there's these stupid exploding guys, I'm not going to waste your time. Oh, some Herodrons. See if there's some souls we can showcase. These guys are a bit of a problem, I guess, because they are fizz immune. But honestly, nothing's really a match for this character. Oh, I love killing these serpents because it seems like their physical resist is very low. What's that? Nothing. And we're just going to clear with ease here. Alright. Let's hit these waves. Like drop foe on these guys. We'll do foe on the next wave here as well. And they're just gonna melt, run down, smack them. Now for this wave, I just like to zeal them down. And when I do it this way, the Merc never dies, which is great. And it looks like I had the CTA out for that, so that wasn't very good. And then for this next wave, we're going to Zeal them down as well. And they're just going to go down too easy. This wave can be a bit tricky because they like to dunk on Gulzar. So we're going to stand back a bit. Let's drop some foe on them while they walk over. And we're just going to Zeal them down. Oh, we got a physical immune Lister. This is actually a good example of how, even with Decrep, it's so slow. So I just like to go and Holy Bolt them down. Easy. So I'm hoping with Infinity, I'll be able to Zeal Bale, because this does take a little bit of time. It's actually kind of annoying. But for right now, we're just going to smite him down. Absolutely zero risk of anything. It's too easy. Kind of hoping he mana burns me here. Maybe he won't. Oh, there he goes. Got a jewel. So last couple notes here. For this build to be viable, you really need to mix the enhanced damage with the skills. So like, this is essential. You're going to need a torch, going to need an Annie. I tried it without the torch. It's terrible. This is pretty much essential here to get these plus skills. Like I say, you can probably run Laying of Hands. Might be a better option, but I like to be invincible. Coming over here into the advanced stats, we have 159% MF, which is nice. Way too much attack speed. I believe it's 40 IAS for the cap with Zeal. 45 cast rate. I want to get up to 48. This 12% damage taken goes to mana as from the fort, which is excellent for keeping that mana up. 50% crushing blow, 85% deadly strike. I was actually looking at a death today that would get us up to 100% crushing blow and over 100% deadly strike, so that could be pretty awesome. Resistances are capped with 80 light res, 56 cold res, but we do have 20 absorb from the Raven Frost. So yeah, pretty killer. Awesome build. Recommend you try it out. If you have any thing you want to add in or any tips for me, drop it in the comments. Thanks, guys. Peace out.